spending money is a good thing. I want to talk about this today. Super excited. Welcome. I am going to be talking about this issue of spending money today. Overwhelmingly, y'all have told me time and time again that you're struggling with spending and things like that. So, I want to know in the comments what your biggest problems with spending are so we can talk about them. Now, spending money, like I said, is a good thing. You should spend money. You should enjoy spending your money. You work hard for it. It should definitely be something that is enjoyable. But when people usually tell me they need to reduce their spending, what they're usually meaning is either impulsive spending is occurring, and or maybe the lifestyle creep is going. And I'll cover those later on in separate videos. But today, let's focus on this one because this one's the one that y'all are talking about a lot, how costs have risen, gone through the roof. And normal spending is like your normal spending is no longer, you can no longer sustain it, right? And so that's the real problem is not really the economy. That sucks, that obviously. But the real problem is that it is reflecting back to you the way that you're managing your money in the beginning or in to begin with, before the economy and the recession and all of that stuff. So you were spending money like that before, and now it's not sustainable, right? And so it's really becoming a mirror to that and to telling you exactly what is going on there. So it's actually, in some ways, it can be a huge blessing to see that, to identify that. But the problem is that you're going to search ways to manage it, right? You're going to be like, okay, this is out of control. I need help. And you're going to be looking to solutions for that. And what is that going to look like? You're going to go, maybe type online how to manage spending in the economy. You're going to get what? Get on a budget. Cut non-essentials from your budget. Shop smarter. The problem with these is that they're not really helpful, right? You need to be able to identify specific problems and get specific solutions, okay? So, for example, you're saying, "Oh, my food spending is out of control," okay? Yeah, that's a problem, right? That is a problem for sure. But that's not a great that's not specific enough. So let's make it more specific, right? So maybe you're buying groceries, but you're still eating out instead of eating the groceries that you make because you're a busy mom. It's convenient. Some days it just happens, right? And so you're doing that instead. So now you're spending money on groceries, but you're also spending money on eating out. See, that is a problem that we can get a better solution to. So once you identify the better problem or the more specific problem, then we can find a better solution, which maybe means that you create a meal plan that accounts for eating out. There'll be less waste, right? And that can be done way easier, by the way, than just cutting out. Remember, it's a non-essential, right? So just cutting out all eating out altogether. That's not really going to be sustainable, and it's not going to be something that you can do, very quickly. Maybe you can do it for a week, but if you don't have a system in place, it's not going to stay. It's not going to. You can't just change overnight, right? So these small steps, these small steps equal sustainable results, right? So, like I talk about in my intentional spending method, what we do is we review what you're doing first, right? And then we optimize. So, in this case, we're reviewing what you're doing with your food and how your spending is, and then we're optimizing and we're doing it one little bit at a time because, like I said, small steps lead to sustainable results. You can't change overnight. It just doesn't happen. You're going to find yourself struggling with that. And so, like the example I had here, buying groceries and eating out. One of the things that I actually do have a what I call an ABC meal planning thing. I came up with it for myself, and then I had a client have a similar issue. And she used it and she was like, wow, this is amazing. So now it's kind of a go-to tool for my client. So plan A, plan B, plan C, right? We're planning it out so that we have our options laid out for us. And so that if we want to eat out, if we decide that, hey, tonight it's going to be a night that I'm going to eat out, it's already planned for. It's already accommodated. It's put in the spending plan. It's been the money set aside for it. It's very intentional in how you do it, which versus, hey, here's the groceries that we're buying for the week. Oh man, this has been a rough day. I don't feel like cooking. Spouse doesn't feel like cooking. Nobody wants to cook. let's go get pizza, right? So that's unintentional. So what we're doing is we're switching it to say, okay, this is going to happen. We all know this is going to happen. This is, even if we don't want it to happen, even if like we'd love to live in this fantasy world where we never are tired and never have to, never not want to cook dinner, right? That's a fantasy world, right? We know that at some point we're getting pizza or whatever your go-to is for your family. But eventually we know where that's going to happen because we're normal, we're human, and these things happen, right? And so what we want to do is instead be intentional. Shift it to where, okay, I'm going to get pizza one week and I'm going to accommodate that in a meal plan. And that way, done. When I want to do it, I'm not overspending. I'm not struggling with other things. It's not creating any other issues anywhere else. In February, we'll be talking about spending here in the Wealth Focused Mamas group. And so make sure you put down in the comments your biggest struggles with spending. I will go on and I will answer as many as I can, whether live videos or in the chat or however I can help with that. But we're going to get spending under control this month. Okay. I want you guys to all feel great about your spending because you should. You should enjoy spending your hard earned money. Okay. So, looking forward to seeing you guys in the comments. Have a great day.